The ruling by a federal judge is the latest setback for GOP-controlled states that have passed their own laws on migration. A federal judge on Friday temporarily blocked Oklahoma from enforcing its new immigration law that would make it a crime to enter the state without legal authorization to be in the United States. The ruling, issued just days before the law was set to go into effect on Monday, is the latest legal setback for Republican-controlled states that have tested the limits of the rule in the migration by passing their own legislation meant to crack down on people who cross the border illegally. The Justice Department maintains that only the federal government can regulate and enforce migration. So, on one side, this judge is right. It is the duty of the federal and not the duty of the state. Yes. So that is why you see that this judge has blocked this law that the state of Oklahoma, controlled by Republican, is trying to enforce. Thereby, the federal is making it clear that it's only the federal that have right to make such decisions and not the state. A Texas law that would have given state and local police officers the authority to arrest undocumented migrants was put on hold by the Federal Appeals Court in March. The Supreme Court had briefly left the law stand but returned the case to the Appeals Court, which decided to pause enforcement of it. Then in May, a federal judge temporarily blocked part of a Florida law that made it a crime to transport unauthorized immigrants into the state, and in mid-June, an Iowa law that would have made it a crime for an immigrant to enter the state after being deported or denied entry into the country was put on a pause by a district court. In the Oklahoma case, U.S. District Judge Bernard M. Johnson wrote in his ruling that the state may have understandable frustrations with the problems caused by illegal migration, but the state may not pursue policies that undermine the federal law. That is been underlined. That this judge could understand the frustration, the problems that the state is going through, but they should not take decisions that might undermine the federal law. He issued a preliminary injunction pausing enforcement of the law while a case over the law's constitution continues. So you see, it is not only in Oklahoma, it has happened in other states. It has happened in Florida, it has happened in Iowa. So, Oklahoma judge now has put it on hold. Yes, this is a case or an issue that the federal have the right to implement such laws and not the state.